get a break, man. Jesus.
No.
Create some excitement, and it doesn't even last the whole fucking game, man.
Yeah, but how exciting is it? I mean, I'm not a Giants fan, but I have family members. My dad's from New York. My brothers are from my older brother's from New York. How exciting is it to have two young guys after bringing in James Winston and Russell Wilson? Now you got Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo, who actually, I mean, I wouldn't mind having Cam Scatterbo, and I mean Jackson looks decent, you know.
Listen, Cam Scatterbo is not only is he a good running back, but he's a fucking gym rat, dude. He's a fucking
yeah.
I mean, and there's something to be, and you can do it a lot more with football teams than other sports, but. Boy, having a guy like that, an old school fucking, running back that's just not afraid to conjure up memories of Larry Zonka and shit.
Yeah.
And can get yards. I mean, now granted, okay, he's a rookie and all that, but that guy, you saw how much heart he had last year when. In the college football playoffs, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That kid's got heart, man. Tons
tough
of it.
As nails, man. Tough as nails.
So
tough as nails.
Now, unfortunately for the Giants, those two are all they got right now. So
yeah, and it's unfortunate because that D line they came in supposed to be so great. And I mean, Barnes and Abdul Carter and Dexter Lawrence, and it was supposed to be this dominant, and Thibodeau was supposed to be this dominant line. Now injuries have hurt them for sure, but I mean, with the exception of that first game where they had a couple sacks on us, they really have not been that great.
No, they haven't. No, like I said, don't go thinking anything else. The Giants still suck.
I agree with.
They're still terrible. So
Yes. Yeah, at this point right now, the Eagles are running away with this division, and unless they have a collapse like they had a couple years ago, where they went like 11-0 and then all of a sudden lost the last 6 games, unless they have that kind of collapse, hey, they've done it before. It could happen, right?
They've done it before. With the exception of Saquon Barkley, a lot of the same guys too.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
So hey, you know how quick everything can turn in the NFL, man.
Oh yeah.
Now Philadelphia looks like world beaters. 2 weeks ago the Packers looked like world beaters. See, This is exactly why even you bringing up the fact that your Commanders didn't look so good offensively in the first 2 games. Well, that's not a fucking Jesus, man. That's not.
I'm not panicking. Yeah, I'm not panicking. I'm not giving it. These are all preseason games. I understand that.
That's not even a good sample pack, man. I mean, and then you bring in, the second stringer, and all of a sudden, some things are looking like they're sinking. Well, that's because they've been playing together a month now.
I understand. That was just observations. And that is part of the issue, that the starters are now, this is like the first 4 preseasons. You said that last time. These games are like preseason games. So, of course, Mariota would have more play because he's actually played in preseason. He's more in rhythm. Exactly. And I think to your point, because you mentioned something last time we talked about how, starters used to play the last game they used to play, or the third to last game,
they would play in game 3. They would play.
Yeah, hard deep into the game.
They had the extra week to get themselves together for week 1 for opening.
Right. And I get the injury thing that you don't want somebody to get injured, but somebody can get injured doing anything or playing anytime. So you'd rather have them full speed or at least close to that come week 1.
Who was it a few years ago that fucking had a nasty sneeze and tore his rib cartilage or some shit?
Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember hearing that story. I don't know who was that. I
can't remember who it was, man. But to your point, that's exactly right. I mean, you could get hurt doing the most outlandish, dumb shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And anybody who's ever sneezed knows that you could easily tear some cartilage in your ribs fucking sneezing, man.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm just getting into that sneeze and blow your back out age. You
Oh,
know, 42. That was one of the first things that kind of hit me with was like, oh, yep, got to sit right, got to get your posture right because your back will be jacked up in a heartbeat.
welcome to old age, brother.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here, Bright.
Right. Oh me, oh my. Well, look, all right, man. All right. You
What
you,
do you
cri-
want to
you
know?
you critiqued your boy. You critiqued him last week, and I loved it because you held no punches. You told it like it was.
Oh,
He
we
got
on
the win.
Caleb now?
Yeah. I was saying he got the win, but he needed the help of a great play at the end. But still, late in the game, they scored. Y'all came back. How are you feeling this week
Well,
about him,
once
man?
again, I mean, we saw it again, like, and I can't believe the words are coming out. Well, I can't believe it. But I'm not blinded by my loyalties to my teams, okay,
Right,
or
right,
to the players that I like.
right.
Ultimately, in the end, I'm going to call a spade, man.
There it is. Yep.
And every single issue I have with Caleb Williams is legit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, there's personal shit.
Not personal,
but that part of it isn't. His mechanics, that's not personal.
Yeah.
His inability to read a defense, that's not personal. Okay, these are things that as a number one draft pick, number one overall in the draft, some of this shit should have been solved already.
Right.
We got here. Now, with that being said, there once again, like he did, even if they would have lost the game, he didn't lose the game. He didn't do anything to lose the game.
Yeah.
So
kept him in it.
Huh?
I say kept him in it.
Well, he wasn't. Sometimes with these young quarterbacks, and especially when they're not instantly out of the gate good, like your boy Jaden was. Okay. When they're not instantly living up to it, this is why it's so important. Like I said before we drafted him, that this guy's not going to be any good unless he gets proper coaching.
Right.
He's not going to come in and save the day. So, and these are the reasons why. And, his mechanics were for shit. His footwork was for shit. All his fundamentals were for shit. But since the Monday night game against Minnesota, there has been improvement every week.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, I don't like that he keeps like looking for splash plays. I think that's an issue.
It's his nature.
Yeah, well, Ben's gonna get a hold of that.
Yeah.
Because I think Ben is smart enough to understand that those two are attached at the hip here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If one fails, if one fucks up, they both go.
Exactly.
So, and I'm sure Ben's had this discussion with him by now. And so it's either this is, you got to get on board with me here, or we're both going down.
Right.
And I think it's apparent. I think it's very apparent that that Caleb's getting the message. He still was looking for some splash plays yesterday. That's concerning, but ultimately, like he was taking, he didn't take them all, but he's starting to throw away the downs.
Yeah.
Okay. And what I mean by that is that he's taken an incompletion. He's taken a, run out of bounds after 1 yard,
right. Live to fight another day.
Don't turn the ball over.
Right.
Okay. That's the big thing. And yesterday was another example. And, with a kid like that, Ben's got to be able to convince him that not only will my way work, okay, but all these little, this Superman stuff that you want to do, you can't force it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you follow my lead, these chances will come to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if that's the way he's got to get through to him, great. But he has looked the last 3 weeks like a guy who is starting to listen to what he's being told.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
Oh, yeah.
And, as much as I would love here, and I that's what I don't like. I don't want the Bears to lose. I don't want this guy to fuck up because we took him.
Right.
Right. I don't want the Bears to lose just so I can say, yeah, boo, boo. And I'm not with that. In fact, I am, dude, I was so happy last week that because remember, I told you before last week's game that, oh God, this game against the Cowboys, we're going to get fucking smashed.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
And I told my neighbors
by the way.
and all during the game, they're like, hey, he's not bugging up. I'm like, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Prove me wrong. I'm happy to fucking say that I was wrong. Give me that
Absolutely.
W. Give me the
I
W.
appreciated that from y'all.
So I don't want the kid to fuck up.
Yeah.
But he's showing, I'm seeing signs, man. I'm seeing signs of life. Now,
You look good.
yeah, well, it's kind of like this is almost this is a Bull Durham moment right here.
Aha, yes.
Can't you just let me enjoy this for fucking a goddamn minute? Yeah, the minute's up, man.
Yep. Tell him to put the girdle on or whatever the little look up, look through your eyes.
Enjoy the moment. Yeah, the moment's over, man.
What a great,
that's kind of how it's got to be. This was a huge road win. Come on, and they have been. In fact, I don't think Eberflus ever won a Sunday road game while he was here.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he never won a Sunday road game.
Yeah,
he's like 0 for 18 or some stupid thing like that. Don't quote me on that, but he's something like 0 for 18 or some such shit.
And y'all beat the Cowboys in Dallas, right? Or was that in Soldier Field?
No, that was here.
Okay. But still, back-to-back wins.
Back-to-back wins. One of them on the road. I had the Bears down for winning this game too. But the Bears got issues, man.
Oh yeah, very true.
You literally just gave up you gave up 280 yards rushing to the worst rushing team in the fucking league. Ashton Jeanty just discovered that he was drafted number 5 in the NFL draft this year.
I'm glad he finally showed up. Not against you guys,
did you see what he did?
No.
Did you see what he did different?
No, what do you do?
He's back to his Michael Myers shit.
Back to the up here? Okay, there it is. I'm telling you, do what works.
I noticed that like right away. Look at him, he's doing his fucking Halloween shit. He's got that
Stand
tall. Stands in the backfield and he looks like Michael Myers back there.
Yep.
He's just standing there like not bending over, arms at his side, looking like fucking Michael Myers.
Love it.
And what he run for, like 140 or something? Some shit like that.
And he had been, a lot of people have been talking about, is he a bust? Is he what's this, what's that? But to your point, you can't, we're in the first quarter of the season.
First month.
Yeah. You can't put all your eggs in that basket, man. No. So I was glad to see him show up, but then I was also glad to see y'all win. It was fantasy purposes. And, I talked about him last year. I was a huge fan of his. And no disrespect to Travis Hunter, glad he got the Heisman. What he did was incredible. But Ashton Jeanty and
I thought Ashton Jeanty should have won it.
I did too. That was my pick.
Yeah. Ashton Jeanty should have won it. If for no other reason, the run. Nobody's ever even made a serious run at Barry Sanders' fucking record, like ever.
Right.
And he wound up, 25, 26 yards short, something like that. I mean, nobody's ever even approached that record. So the fact that he did alone, and then, Boise State is probably not even a 500 team without him. So
they've fallen off dramatically this year.
Who, Boise State?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's because they had all seniors last year. Like, they had all seniors on that team last year.
Yeah, and they brought back their quarterback, Madsen, but he's without, Jeanty, he kind of disguised a lot of stuff that was going on. Madsen is decent, but not great.
Dude, trust me, Boise State will be back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. They've done this before since they got good.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they disappeared off the map for a year or two, and then next thing you know, they're fucking preseason top 10 again.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see them this coming year because, in 2026, they join the Pac-12 or the Pac-2.
The Pac-2? Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that. I think it's them, Texas State, Colorado State.
Yeah, see, that's not even a Pac-12. That's
San Diego State. It's all states. Yeah, and then like Gonzaga.
Though, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's not even a power conference. That's like the American Conference and shit.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be a group of 4.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, they I liked the fact the Bears didn't quit on the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ben's has brought a different culture to this team.
Yes.
And it's not just from Detroit. I mean, look at all the other places he's been. Fucking win. Mm-hmm. He wins everything.
Yeah.
So something to be said for that. And
right.
You can see that these players are on board with them. They just got to stick with the program. And a lot of these guys for the last several years haven't been coached really.
Yes.
In this town. So, I think he's bringing some structure back, and I think he's bringing, stuff that used to be like just a given around here.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore. And I think, that's one of those intangibles that a guy like Ben Johnson brings to the table.
Mm-hmm. But he's bringing one of the things I noticed. He's also bringing that emotion back. He was getting fired up on the sidelines, and especially after the kick was blocked. I mean, obviously that was a great moment.
I love seeing that.
Yeah, that is great. I connect with that. So yeah, shout out to him.
There's nothing wrong with showing your players that you're just as into it as they are. So
yes, exactly.
Especially when you're trying to like recreate a culture in a new team in a new city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
right.
You're literally trying to create a culture that's never existed. So it's imperative that you get these guys on board with you like as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's anybody in this town or even in that locker room that has any delusions about Super Bowls at this point. Okay. But I think at least
y'all ain't putting out any Super Bowl shuffle videos anytime soon.
What's that?
I said you guys aren't going to put out any Super Bowl shuffle videos anytime soon.
Shit, we put out some shuffle us out of the NFC North division video.
Right.
That's a video I'd like to see right now.
Right.
But here's the thing though, like for me, I need to see improvement in Caleb Williams. Like by the time New Year's rolls around, and whatever the Bears, I mean that they got 2 wins they really needed to get, but like next week with you guys, I mean that just starts the fucking. Next week with you guys starts the fucking road trip gauntlet for the rest of the year for us.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's going to be rough. But now, even with that, and I'm not even dogging my team because I think by then, obviously, we should have. Hopefully, we'll have Terry back, but also we'll have Jaden. But those games, with the exception of the year you blew us out, those games have been close between us. So they've gone either way. The Carson Wentz game where he beat you like 12-9 or something like that, and we just stopped you in the red zone each time. Last year was a Hail Mary. You know what I mean? Like those games, except for the year that you whooped our butt on like Thursday night or Monday night or whatever, those games have been fairly close. So
right,
you can, you guys can definitely sneak one out of that. I don't think you definitely got a gauntlet. I've seen some of the people, especially with some of those teams that are starting to show up again. But I think our game could be close.
Well, it's going to be, if nothing else, it's going to be another defining game.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Both of us. I mean,
yeah.
If that Hail Mary doesn't happen last year, what do you think? How do you think Washington's season goes?
Honestly, I think we go. I think we kind of.
I don't think you're going to be. I don't think you're a playoff team.
No. I think we needed a whole lot of help because even after that victory, we still needed to beat the Falcons to even to clinch, and that was in the second to last week of the season. So. I don't think we're a playoff team without that. And to y'all, I mean, y'all after that kind of seemed like that deflated y'all. If y'all win that game, you guys were down 12-0 or something like that all the way up through like third quarter, and then late in the game, you guys scored the 2 touchdowns. Y'all win that game. Who knows what happened? Because you were 4-1 at that point, right?
We would have been 4-1 after that.
Yeah. So that could have changed everything.
Yeah, but I doubt it because the other 3 teams are so much better than the Bears. Now, you never know. I mean, we've seen it. Jesus, how many times before have we seen it in the NFL where a team gets hot?
Yep.
1 or 2 games that they shouldn't win, they win, like in October, and then the next thing you know, they're hosting a playoff game. And you're going, what the fuck just happened with this fucking squad here?
Right. Where did they come from?
Didn't anybody bother to tell them that they're not really a playoff team?
Right.
But see, like with Commanders, I think we're the youngest team in the league last year. They still are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fairly young, with the exception of the old guys on defense. But
well, I think top to bottom, I think Washington's got them or Green Bay. I can't remember.
Green Bay, I think, is the youngest. I think we're top 5 or bottom 5.
But see, a season like last year for you guys where there was no playoff hopes going on at the beginning. You guys just wanted this Daniels kid to just make a fucking splash, and prove that you guys are on the right track. But see, when you get a young team together with a young quarterback and young skill players, and they go on that run that you guys did last year, there's something to be said for people playing over their heads.
Mm-hmm.
And because you sustained it for so long, for an entire season with a whole bunch of other guys who'd never been down that road before, it tends to bring teams together.
It does.
And it tends to get guys playing over their heads.
Yeah.
Guys getting to places in their own game that they never thought that they could get to.
Very true.
And now they believe they can do it, and then they start doing it.
Mm-hmm.
All because of a fucking fluke play, a fluke Hail Mary play that showed these guys, holy shit, man, we might be onto something here.
Yeah. Yeah. And the schedule didn't hurt either.
Right.
Because we had some fairly easy ones. All right. And that's why this year, and that's another thing. And even still, like the teams we've lost to are the Packers, which a lot of people have considered a top team in the NFC. And then losing this past one to the Falcons, who last year, whoever won that game between us and the Falcons, was going to clinch a playoff spot. So we were both in the hunt. In fact, had the Falcons won, they would have won the division, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So we were both right there in the hunt. The Falcons and us have been just like you guys and us. That's how the Falcons and us are. It's always back and forth. Heineke beat him a couple years ago. We've actually won the last couple years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this was to be somewhat to be expected, and I don't actually look at this like I look at them as a really good team. That defense, I mean, I think they're really good, and they only had AJ Terrell out. They're good. They're stud wide corner. You know what I mean? We had a number of guys out, so it's definitely understandable that we did lose. But to your point, I think we're on. We needed to steal some without Jane and without Terry. The fact that we were able to get one against the Raiders, and in this one, you said it. We looked good. Mariota helped us out. We were driving. If we could have stopped them once on defense, then maybe we could have came back and pulled it out. But these guys, there's definitely that in the air. But injuries have killed us, and I do think age is starting to rear its ugly head. Just with some of the guys, we can't have Wagner on a flipping running back like that. They're not one the speed of Saquon or Bijan Robinson. Those guys are going to torch him every time.
Yeah. You guys. It's kind of funny because it never felt like you were really in the game. Like it was weird because it was a one-score game the whole day, but it didn't feel like it.
No.
I mean, it felt like Atlanta was just dominating that game, and they really weren't.
They hit a number of big plays or deep balls down the field, and that's what kind of made their offense look a lot better. I mean, we were decent against them, but we hurt ourselves. But for the most part, with the injuries on defense, we're switching between man, we're switching between zone. We're struggling, and I think it was more of a credit to them and the way they matched up against us. You know what I mean? We've all dogged Pitts and London and some of these guys, but they haven't had the most competent quarterback. I understand they had Kirk, but even before that, you had like Desmond Ridder and some of those guys. So these guys are definitely matchup issues, and they showed that against us. Drake being 6'5" and Pitts, how big he is. Both of them got their first touchdown of the season, and then Bijan Robinson just doing his thing. So Penix just kind of was able to sit in the pocket. We couldn't really produce any pass rush. Giving y'all Montez Sweat, daggone it. I miss that guy every day, man. He was the only one really giving us pass rush. Montez Sweat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was one of our best fucking theft jobs in recent memory.
Yeah. I was like, are y'all kidding me?
We stole him from you, man.
Yeah.
We literally stole him.
I was like, y'all got to be kidding me. We really giving this man? Are you serious? This is one of our guys. This is one. Come on. Yeah. But I knew at that point we were playing the Jaden game. We were waiting for that top tier pick. We gave him away, and we gave Chase Young away.
Wow.
Although between the two, for me, and for my money's worth, Montez Sweat head and shoulders above Chase. I understand where we drafted Chase. I understand all the hype and winning the rookie of the year and all defense rookie of the year. But let's be honest, that was the 2020 year. It was the COVID year. I don't think he was. I think he had like 7.5 sacks that year. Like I don't think he was rookie of the year. Montez Sweat was legit year in and year out. So.
Yeah, I love that guy. He's great.
Yeah, absolutely legit. Absolutely.
But I see, my excitement is limited to the fact that I see Caleb making progress.
Yeah,
I absolutely see progress.
Yeah.
He's out. They're getting his happy feet under control. Mm-hmm. He's pointing his feet where his eyes are going. I'm noticing that.
Yeah.
He's not throwing the ball away enough, but he's throwing it away.
Okay. Which is good.
He's throwing. Again, I'm looking for progress, okay? I'm not I don't want him to move fucking mountains and shit.
Right.
I mean, if the Bears go 6-11 or 7-10, but Caleb fucking progresses into a confident, I can handle this kind of quarterback by week 18, I'll feel like the season wasn't a loss.
Yeah.
The defense, it's really a shame about our defense, but like half the guys being hurt too, because we actually have a fucking good defense.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But they can't play together because everybody's hurt all the fucking time. So, I was big, huge road win. Anytime you get a win on the road in the NFL is a great thing, especially if you're the Bears. And I don't care if it's the Raiders or not. Fucking, I get nervous every time. Max Crosby just makes me fucking nervous. And
yeah,
he again showed why I'm so paranoid about that fucking guy. Like if he had
the one-man wrecking crew.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like if he had any help at all, the Raiders would be a great defense. If he had any help.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I almost feel sorry for him that he's fucking stuck there, man.
You wish he did have. You wish he had help, but yeah, he's a freak, man. He gave us hell even though we won. I mean, he was all over the quarterback in that game.
Right.
So.
All right. So, what do you think? How about your Baltimore Ravens, man?
Man, oh my goodness! I had a friend who literally was in the process of jumping off the deep end, and we're done.
I picked the Ravens to win that game yesterday.
I did too.
Yeah.
I thought of those two teams. I thought the Ravens could course correct a lot quicker than the Chiefs. I thought Chiefs were done. Not done, but I just thought they were in a kind of struggle. They weren't focused, but they showed up and showed out yesterday.
I felt like since the Super Bowl that this is the time of the Kansas City Chiefs window closing. That's what I felt like. And so I figured this year, for all those stupid fucking wins they got last year, they're going to come back to it. And karma's going to catch up to them, and they're going to start losing these games. And, and then just the natural recession of, you know how it goes, man. Team goes off for a long time, and then they come back to the pack, and somebody else fucking takes over. A lot of hate for the Chiefs out there in the NFL, you know. I'm indifferent. I don't care one. They're an AFC team, so I really don't care one way or another. I don't get, I don't get wound up about the other team, the AFC. Don't get me wrong.
It's weird how it's easy to kind of hate them. I don't know if it's because we all kind of think, oh, they just took the Patriots role or this and that, but I mean, they're a successful team. I mean, I have no issues with Andy Reid. I have no issues with Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Here's a little theory I have. People in sports generally hate on teams that don't deserve the hate. They hate on them because you got nothing else.
Yeah.
Other than to start talking conspiracy theories and all this other shit. Like, you can't cut up Patrick Mahomes. He's a good-looking fucking guy, multi-sport talent, and got a hot wife, beautiful children. You can't cut up Travis Kelce, big ape. He's got fucking the hottest, arguably the most famous woman on the planet. It's fucking his brains out right now.
Who turned down the Super Bowl?
I don't believe
you heard about that, right?
I don't believe that shit. You
don't believe it?
No.
She said she wanted to get paid, and they don't. Super Bowl performers don't get paid.
Who said that?
I looked it up. She said they were in
is that a
negotiations, but she wanted to get paid.
I don't believe that shit.
I mean, look, I'll look it up, and if it's not real, I'll come back and say it's not. But that's what I heard.
here's what I think about all that. Where I agree with you about the not getting paid. NFL doesn't like to pay these people because they think
definitely not for the Super Bowl.
Because the NFL thinks that they're above whoever it is that they're asking to come perform at the Super Bowl. Okay. Now here's why I think Taylor Swift's not even ever been asked. Because the NFL is not over Taylor Swift at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is way more famous on this planet than the NFL is. And she's probably got more money than all these owners too. All right. I mean, so, no, that's the first thing. Here's the thing about her is like, she has shown that she's not that immature, spiteful teenage girl anymore that she was writing, where she would write all the songs about her exes and shit. Okay,
about her exes, right?
That was
she got her payment fortune.
She went through and all that. She's past it now.
Oh yeah,
girl's in her mid-30s.
Hey, it worked. It worked.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit that she's matured to the point and she loves Travis so much that she's not going to do the Super Bowl while he's still in the NFL. Because if he's
that's what I'm thinking,
she doesn't seem like she wants to upstage him.
Right.
Like, she doesn't seem like that type of chick to me. And if he's laying it on her, well, obviously they're getting married, so she's liking whatever the fuck he's doing. So it would not shock me that she may not ever fucking play the Super Bowl until after he's retired, just so as to not upstage him.
Right. You
know, I could totally see that happening because I mean, and
that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
I mean, there's no evidence to support this, okay, but if you think about it, it makes sense. I mean, the NFL doesn't like to pay anybody, so it's not like she's losing any money. And even if they did, it's not like she needs their little gold nuggets of cash.
Change.
When she's the one who owns the vault, you know.
Right.
So
exactly.
It's not like the NFL needs her a lot more than she needs the NFL. Okay.
Do you know the amount of women that she's been able to bring into the viewing audience? I mean, good gracious.
Exactly. You literally got the NFL's not stupid, man. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, these sports are generational.
Right.
Whether it's football and baseball here or it's soccer over in Europe. Okay. These things are generational. Moms and dads pass it on to their kids. And And Taylor Swift, without ever playing a single note at an NFL game, has given the NFL a whole new generation of fucking fans.
Yep.
Just because she is who she is.
Swifties in the NFL.
And the NFL, being a bunch of fucking old fucking white rich pricks, will never ever give her the compliment or the credit that she deserves for that.
She's a woman.
She's an entitled. You know, they're so fucking entitled that they'll never fucking thank her for it. I don't think the NFL's ever offered her the Super Bowl. And even if they did, she wouldn't be turning it down for the money.
No.
Taylor Swift has more money than God. Okay. Like, she doesn't need the NFL's piddly, even if they were paying. Like, what the fuck are they going to pay her that's going to make it worth her while?
Right.
She doesn't need to be any more famous than she already is. She's the most famous woman on the planet. Everybody buys her music. She literally does not. There's really nothing that benefits her from playing the Super Bowl. It really isn't.
Yeah.
And the NFL likes to use this as we're bigger than you. You should be paying us to play us. Because that's just what a bunch of crotchety old fucks they are. So she doesn't need them.
Yeah.
And if she loves Travis as much as all her fucking Swifties say she does, well, these are the kinds of things women think about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? While we're off fucking worried about fucking what's going to be on South Park next week, or when the new Call of Duty's coming out, girls are thinking about not upstaging their men, or like that.
Yeah,
because that's what girls do. No offense to any girls who may see this. I wasn't asking for trouble. But women think about that stuff, and it wouldn't shock me at all.
Yeah.
With all these other facts being in place, she doesn't need their money, doesn't need their publicity, she doesn't need anything from them.
She really doesn't. So you're absolutely right.
It stands to reason that since Kansas City is always a contender for the fucking Super Bowl, and she loves her man, it stands to reason that she's gonna fucking go out of her way not to upstage him when it's his time.
Right.
The football field's his time.
Right.
The football field with their seats all over it, that's her time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And let's be honest, it'd probably be a conflict of interest because 5 of the last 6 years the Chiefs have been in that game.
Oh, so dude, haven't you seen these ridiculous conspiracy theories about this happened, so that means that Taylor's gonna play the Super Bowl? We've heard this for 5 years in a row now.
I thought they were gonna get married a couple years ago when they won the Super Bowl. I was like, oh, he's gonna propose after the game, but no.
Yeah, she's gonna play the Super Bowl. He's gonna go out there at halftime and propose to her for the whole fucking planet.
Right.
That's how this is gonna go, man.
And then they win. Then I'll know it's a conspiracy.
Yeah. So, you can't they're just, dude. You know how many millions of people are waiting to hear some shit like that so they can validate their whole fucking Q existence and shit. Jesus Christ, give me a fucking break. God damn, bro. Yeah, the NFL was set up 100 years ago just to fuck with the population, man. They
got a monopoly on all that stuff. It's interesting to hear about some of those other leagues that come out. I've gone back to watch Small Potatoes, 30-30 on the USFL, and how our dear president had his hands all up in that. The USFL and how that was challenging the NFL and all that stuff, and then even won the antitrust lawsuit and whatnot. It's always interesting to see how much the NFL really has cornered the market and really kind of made it you got to come to us.
Well, first of all, he did not win an antitrust lawsuit against the NFL. Okay. There was 20 counts of which he won 3 of. None of which spoke to the NFL as being a fucking monopoly. Okay. They thought so much of these 3 technical violations of antitrust laws. The court thought so much of it that they awarded him $1 for each count. He was suing them for billions of dollars, and they gave him $3. Good looking up. $3. So,
yep.
You can't when you accuse people of shit, it's not up to them to prove that they're not guilty. It's up to you to fucking bring the evidence and prove that they are.
Exactly.
And Donald Trump thinks that money fucking rules over everything. He was born that way. He was raised that way. So it's not surprising that he fucking behaves this way.
Right.
But
cream, cash rules everything around me. That's what he thinks.
He did not win an antitrust lawsuit against the NFL. He won 3 counts that added up to $3 whole fucking dollars.
Yeah.
And we actually sat around drinking shots, laughing our fucking asses off at him about that shit. He literally the USFL literally had no money from the jump. They just wrote these contracts that had no meaning of anything because there was no money to begin with. Ever.
Yeah.
It was a fucking Ponzi scheme. I don't think they ever said that specifically, but that's what it was. It was a fucking rob Peter to pay Paul bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's a story of Trump's life. So, I mean, I think there are ways that you could get an antitrust lawsuit to win against the NFL, but they sure the fuck didn't have it back in 1986 or whatever it was.
No. Now, did Al Davis win?
And that was Davis is the one. That was just Al Davis is the one that beat them.
Yeah.
Oh, they hated Al Davis, bro.
Oh, I know that. And then he won the Super Bowl after. Didn't he win the Super Bowl? I don't know. Was that 19? That wasn't 1980, was it?
He won. That was the second one they won. Was 1980.
Yeah.
And that was right after he won the antitrust suit against him.
Yeah. Because I know they came back years later in '83 with Plunkett, and they beat us. They whooped us in Tampa. It was like 38-9.
Yeah.
Marcus Allen. So I actually have an interesting story about that. On Marcus Allen's famous 74-yard touchdown run, where he runs over to the left on sweep and then reverses field, and then runs all the way down the field, and then the whole Raiders team comes out to the sideline to celebrate with him. On that play, he runs over to the left, and number 79, Todd Liebenstein, kind of, steals it off, and so that's when he reverses field. And you see Todd Liebenstein following this guy. My freshman year of college, or of high school, Todd Liebenstein ended up being our sophomore year, because I was in JV. Sophomore year, he ended up being my offensive line coach. Came in, showed us the rings and everything. Yeah, he ended up playing, I think, 2 years. I think he played in 82 and 83. I think he said he was hurt all of 82, and then 83 he got in the game. But he said that's the kind of claim to fame, that one play that has lived in infamy, essentially. Yeah. But he was there. I mean, you never want it to be that way. I always think of like Everson Walls, who was a great corner, but all anybody remembers him for is being on the wrong side of the catch.
Yeah.
So, but it was definitely cool to hear his stories, and he brought in the Super Bowl ring and all that type of stuff.
That's great. That's
great. Oh yeah. So we had a couple guys.
As long as they show that run, he'll be on TV.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like forever.
Yeah. So it was always cool, and he's a big dude too. So you understood how he played ball, but it was good to see. It was kind of really cool. I mean, I was a new kid in that area. Like, I had just moved to that area, and he kind of took a liking to me. Because I was just real respectful, and yes sir, no sir, all that stuff. I came from a military family, pops a Marine, so it was get it together or I'll ship you off. It was that was the conversation. Yeah,
it probably wouldn't even use a box, just like build 2x4s around you. Right.
Put that stamp on me or the sticker. Yeah. Go to this location. I mean that
stamp on you like Bugs Bunny and shit.
Right. But to his credit, not to sidetrack, but I mean, I just got back from North Carolina yesterday. My pops is he'll be 86 this year.
Wow.
Retired twice, and my mom moved them back down to North Carolina where they met, where my mom is from, and she did that because my dad, we lived in Northern Virginia, and he used to drive like 45, 50 minutes to DC to just be a consultant. He's one of those people that he can't sit down. He's got to be up, got to be doing something. So now he's down there working 3 days a week as a consultant, working 12 hours a day. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah. But with him, he told me, he said, you know what happens when you're down here, when you get my age, you watch the grass grow and then you die. Or no, yeah. he said something to the fact that either that or like you watch the grass grow and then you get buried under it or something, like something that was kind of cryptic, that was like, oh my God, I've never heard that. Yeah. But I mean, he's just, that's where I get my work ethic from. Just keep going. Just the Energizer buddy.
Yeah, he just can't. He's bored.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
I can totally relate to that shit, man. You get bored, and yeah, I know I said this, but I don't want to do that anymore.
Right. So I admire him, and it's always good to see him. And he's still, I mean, moving and grooving like it's nothing, like it's nobody's business. You can see the little elements here and there, but most recently, when I went down there, he's got a bird feeder in the backyard, right? And it's one of those that it's kind of like it's like a double bird feeder. So it's got this pole that comes up and it splits into two, and it's got the two things on there. Right. So he was telling me, he said, I started noticing squirrels would be climbing up the pole, eating the bird feed, right? And he was like, nah, you're killing it. Why are you doing that? So he'd go out there and shoo them away, and they'd keep coming back. And so he started to put like a kind of a shell over it, so he didn't think they'd be able to get in there, and they just kind of come in and claw and still eat it. And so then he says, all right, he gets like this like long, almost like spike wire or something, and kind of wraps it around the cord to get them up. And he's like, yeah, let's see if they get up there now. And so we looked yesterday when I was there the other day, and we were looking, and the squirrel was right on the ground. They weren't crawling up there, but the birds were up in the on top of the bird feeder, and the squirrels were on the ground. But there was a whole bunch of bird feed on the ground, and we were like, wait a minute, what happened? So the squirrel starts eating, and then he notices us looking. He looks up at us and just keeps eating. Oh, my dad's like, they're in cahoots. They're in cahoots. I was like, Pop, no. Of course they're in cahoots. Right? But to your point, man, he's just that's what those are the type of things. So he wants to keep moving, and I love every minute of it, man.
He's bored.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So what'd you think of your boy Cam Ward post game?
Man, all right. I understand being honest. I understand, I guess, trying to fire up your team, but when you are part of the problem, it kind of comes off as like disingenuous, like, we're ass and we're this, we're that. It's like, dude, you are too. So pump your brakes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're right there with him, Jack.
Yeah, I'm wondering if his team is, because if I'm a veteran on that team, I'm sitting here like, are you for real? Are you serious right now? You coming in here, you're talking crap about me?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, or one of his linemen. It's like, okay, next time they blitz, I'm gonna accidentally miss it.
Yeah.
And
that's the kind of shit that gets like those young kids fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Because if you're on a shit team that's not going anywhere, and you got a fucking smart mouth fucking rookie, those old veterans will do shit like that, man.
Well, they'll let it be known quick.
They'll go in there and fucking, hey, can you move over a fucking notch for me? Mm-hmm. And then let that motherfucking clown just fucking do whatever the fuck he wants.
That's why I always came into a locker room humble. I said, no, sir. I'm not coming in here all big and bad. Right. I did that one time my freshman year, and I got dealt with. I didn't do it again.
I mean, I get the fact that you're not used to losing, but listen, man, Cam Ward's been in plenty of places where he lost.
Yeah.
So, Oregon State is not a fucking football factory, bro.
It's not.
So, I mean,
and why? He went there. Where there before Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that? Who transferred? Somebody transferred from Washington State. That Mateer transferred from Washington State.
Yeah.
And he's out.
Yeah, Cam Ward, dude, fucking man. You haven't got your chop. You haven't earned your chops yet to be. I mean, I could see if he did that privately.
Yeah.
In front of just the team, but dude, You are nobody, bro.
Right. You can't do it.
And you know what? You weren't even the best guy in your class in college. So you just
And nowadays, where everything can get picked up and videoed and all this nonsense.
Yep.
At least back in the day, you'd have to hope somebody was reading the newspaper or they caught whatever the sports segment was because now it's like, oh, everybody's gonna hear about it because I've seen it 3 or 4 times on social media or TV and it's like, damn.
I saw it 3 or 4 times before the Sunday night game came on last night.
It's ridiculous. But these kids these days have agency. They feel like they're their brand. They're gonna speak up for themselves and respect. But there is a hierarchy. There's a way things are done. You need to do things in decency and in order. Don't sit here and try to usurp everything. Yes, you're 0-4. You played some decent teams. Okay, what you got?
He's gonna be out for the year by week 8.
Hurt or just benched?
Hurt.
Ooh.
I know he's not going to finish the year.
Oh yeah,
he's not going to make it through the year because somebody's going to hurt him.
You've talked about the Bears being a place that doesn't develop quarterbacks. I mean, let's look at the last 3 rookie quarterbacks that have come to the Titans. So you got Malik Willis, Will Levis, and now Cam Ward. All of them
the first 2 didn't amount to anything.
Nothing. Now, I know this is early on Cam.
They haven't had a decent quarterback since McNair, really. I mean,
yeah, Mariota had a little bit of time there.
Yeah, Mariota. I mean, but
like
not
a year or 2. Not like McNair, no.
Like McNair was a game changer. Like McNair, like everybody had doubts about him just because of where he played his college ball at.
Alcorn State, baby.
But he fucking the same shit with Walter Payton. Same fucking conference, in fact.
Jerry Rice too.
Oh yeah, Jerry. Well, we knew Jerry Rice was going to be good because we had seen highlights, even though he wasn't playing on TV. We were seeing highlights of him.
Oh yeah, that offense that they ran was so high flying. It was so ahead of its time. I mean, they had 4 wide receivers to a side and all that stuff. I was like,
oh yeah. Well, Mississippi Valley State was putting up just ridiculous fucking numbers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I think we all knew about Jerry Rice before he came out.
Really?
Nobody knew who the fuck Walter Payton was when he came out.
Oh no.
He drafted him 5th overall or 4th overall in the draft.
Yeah.
And nobody in Chicago had ever heard of him.
Yep. When I think for you guys, Walter Payton, I think for us, same situation, Darrell Green, Texas A&I.
Oh yeah.
We pick him with the 27th pick in the draft or the 28th, the last pick in the 83 draft because we coming off that Super Bowl, and that's who we get. And he, 20 years as a pro. I mean, you want to talk about a face of the franchise? Him and Art Monk are my 2. I mean, you got to throw Riggo in there because Riggo was so monumental to us.
Riggins wasn't.
Was it?
Riggins isn't a guy you put out there. The only reason he was a face was because he was just different. Okay.
Yeah.
Riggins was never a guy under any circumstance that you would parade out there as the face of the franchise. Nobody in their right mind would have done it.
No. You go to a bar with Riggins, but you ain't gonna.
You go to a bar with Riggins, you get in a fight with Riggins, but you never make him the face of the franchise. Ever.
No.
But he was just as valuable, if not more valuable, than Art Monk and Darrell Green. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, there's absolutely no question about that. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer and he belongs there.
Absolutely. No pure greatness. And like you mentioned last time we talked about him. If it's the fourth quarter or if it's 4th down and you need a yard.
Yeah, who do you got? Who you taking?
You're going right there.
I would take Peyton, but Riggins is in that conversation too.
Oh yeah, I'm going Riggle all day. I'm going
because that motherfucker
4th and 1, just like in Super Bowl 7, 4th and 1 on the 43-yard line.
You give Riggins 4th and 1, and he'll take it to the house. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We watched him do it. In the fucking Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh man.
That's not even a question with him. We've watched him do it. So
yeah.
But yeah, I just that I am going to be make sure we save this because unless this dude does like, and I would have thought it would have happened today, but it didn't. But unless he had done like a whole total 180 today and tried to walk back all that shit he said yesterday, he's not going to get through the year, bro. He's not. Wow. He's not going to get through the year because if it's not one of his own teammates that lets somebody through, it's going to be somebody on one of the other teams who didn't like what the fuck he did.
Right.
And it's got friends on that team, you know.
Yep.
I'm sorry, dude. It's like he was totally out of pocket yesterday. That was totally out of pocket.
These things have a way of sorting themselves out, where the veterans and those guys that have been around kind of.
There's gonna be
they put you in your place. There's
absolutely no question that there's gonna be some team justice doled out on this, and
absolutely,
it's not gonna be no quick fucking 20-minute thing at practice.
Oh no. You're gonna have to earn your keep back. All that.
You're nothing, dude. You're an unproven fucking rookie. That's it.
Yeah.
You're an unproven rookie on a bottom feeder team.
Yeah. So, I get what you thought you were trying to do. I get how thought you were trying to motivate the team and doing that. But there's a time and a place. Like you said, you do it to them in the locker room, and who knows if you've done that before. But you certainly don't go to the effing media.
You don't go to the reporters with that.
You don't do that. Yeah. You don't do that. I'm sorry.
And that's what's going to get.
It's unacceptable.
That he went to the reporters with that shit.
Yeah.
I promise you that and I've known enough professional athletes in my life to know there's one very simple universal truth about all of them. They don't like reporters, man. And they especially don't like faggots who fucking go and, go fucking run their mouth to fucking tattletale on reporters.
They're not going to like that. They're not going to like that.
Especially in that fucking atmosphere of, that toxic alpha male fucking 3 hours of legalized aggravated assault locker rooms.
Yeah.
Man. That's just not going to play with those guys. Now, you want to talk about male toxicity, that's fine. That's a whole other can of fucking worms, man. But that's not the way it works in fucking NFL locker rooms.
Yeah.
So it's I honestly I don't see how he gets through this year in one piece. After that.
It's gonna be interesting. It truly will be interesting, and we will see.
How safe is a bet against the Tennessee Titans from this point forward?
I mean,
as long as he's on the field,
right now I just don't see them turning it around. I truly don't.
They don't have the personnel, but you can't go losing your team fucking a month into your rookie season, man.
That's
kind of what he just did.
Yeah.
He lost that team yesterday. Whether any of them admits to it ever or not, probably not. But they're looking at those guys, those veterans are this motherfucker here.
Mm-hmm.
Except I don't think they'd be using motherfucker. There's another word they'd be using.
Right. It's not a good look, man.
No, it's horrible.
It's not. And this is the least of what we need. This is the last thing we need right now. As if you're a Titans person, that's what you're saying. You just hurt us. Like this is ridiculous.
Yeah, like you guys got holes all over your team.
Mm-hmm.
You're struggling just to stay with people, and then you're going to have this?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And it's not like, it's not like you just lost to a team that sucks, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're just off to a bad start. I mean, the Texans are recognized throughout the league as they're one of the top 3 defenses in the league.
Right.
So throwing a shutout is not, it's not like you got shut out by the 1976 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man.
No. And you sit there and look at them. We know the Texans can turn it around, but then you also have Jacksonville and Indy both at 3-1, who are playing far better than they've played. So it's not going to get any easier.
Yeah, you got a surprise team in your own fucking division, man.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I do know. He fucked up, man, and he's going to pay the price, man.
Hey, they all got to pay the piper, man.
Yeah, he's not going to get away unscathed, man.
No,
I don't honestly think he's going to make it through the year.
What you think? You said you don't think he's going to make it to week 8,
right? I think somebody's going to hurt him by week 8.
How do you think they can win any games, or are they benching it? What do you think? I mean, not benching him, but once he gets hurt, like who's coming? Who's his backup? Levis?
After what he did yesterday, I don't know if there's any W's on any field that he's on right now. I mean, they're certainly not going to. These guys certainly aren't going to fucking play for him. I mean, forget about the fact, maybe they don't let someone hurt him, but they're certainly not going to fucking play for him.
Not talking that the way he was talking.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a legitimate question as to whether or not he's lost that locker room already.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't even been on the fucking field a month, and you lost the locker room already.
And I mean, again, also this is all coupled with the fact that you guys do suck. The comment. So the funny thing is, the comment was correct. Yes, you all are terrible. And the issue I think is more that you need to be accountable instead of trying to hold everybody else.
You literally put your own teammates on Front Street.
Exactly. And people don't like that.
No,
they don't need you doing that type of stuff.
They know they're bad. Okay.
Right.
They don't need the fucking. They don't need they don't need the fucking devil from within and shit too.
They can already see that they're bad.
Yeah. Come on, they're not stupid.
Yeah. This. Oh my. He gonna have to deal with it. He's gonna have to. Sometimes you gotta learn.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta learn. Oh me, oh my. All right, my friend. We are going to go ahead and we are going to cut this.
The game started already.
Oh, it did really? Yeah. Oh, that's right. There's 2 tonight.
Yeah.
Miami
got on board with a field goal. Now the Jets are on their first possession.
All right, so we have Miami and the Jets, and then what? Cincy and Denver.
Yeah.
Who do you have in the both games?
Oh, I got the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Denver by 2 touchdowns.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, because without Joe Burrow.
Well,
I don't trust the backup.
Nick Browning's not really a. Yeah.
But I'm with you on
I think
Denver.
He's gonna go nuts tonight.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of done on Tua.
Oh, there he did. He just got loose for about 15, 20 yards.
Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like this for him being with Aaron Glenn. I think he's gonna Justin's gonna finally get the attention that he needs and deserves. And I think it's showing out. I mean, we saw that first game against Pittsburgh. They went toe to toe with Pittsburgh. That's a very good defense, and that offense was effective.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Hey, listen, Justin Fields is not the reason the Bears are bad. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I told people that then, and they weren't going to find out until he went somewhere else and made somebody good. So, and I'm glad to see he's healthy again. I'd want nothing for the best for that kid, man.
Oh yeah.
He was brought into a completely untenable situation here, and what's worse is that the coaching staff threw him under the bus, man.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
And they put it on him.
The team fucking didn't get him any help, and then they threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
And they made fans believe that somehow getting rid of him was going to be the cure and shit. And
then he goes to Pittsburgh and actually gets the starting role when Russ is hurt, and goes 4-2 or something like that.
4-2, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he gets benched for Russ and never sees the field.
He never got a fair shake in Pittsburgh.
That was ridiculous. I thought he could have succeeded. I wanted to see what he was going to do in a full season with Mike Tomlin and that defense. I mean, they did him wrong. And now look at Russ.
Perfect place for him to go too.
And
yeah, they didn't do right by him at all, man.
No, not in the least.
So I think maybe I have him down for a big game tonight. So, and they just got another first down. They're down to like the 10-yard line now.
Oh wow, okay, I can dig it. I'm
probably a little behind because I'm mirror casting the feed onto my TV. So.
Okay, I gotta turn that one on. I don't think I have it on yet. I'm gonna go turn it on. All right, my guy, Mr. Skilnick, Lawrence. It is always a pleasure.
This is all mine, sir.
Yeah, this is always fun. I always love going back to look at it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It took me 2 days to go back and watch the last episode because it was 3 hours. I couldn't. My back wouldn't let me sit for 3 full hours.
Jesus.
But it was great stuff, man. It was great stuff. So, we're gonna get back on this. Let's get back this weekend, man. Potentially. I mean, there's some college we can talk about as well.
We'll talk before then.
Okay. Perfect. All right, man. Have a good evening. Watch these games. We'll talk soon, man.
All right, brother. See ya.
Peace.